last night we thought we knew who this was, and although our experiences with her are over, we already knew that they were very much in tune with an alcoholic beverage. But we had no idea that this person, this dwarf, was actually female because, for those of you who know, you would really never know what a dwarf's gender is because of their helmets that all look exactly the same. So, we didn't really know that this was a girl this whole time right until the very end. And we helped her to defeat the cardinal virtue that she had been trying to deal with for a long time. But just like Lurik, we saw that the story was a lot more complicated than it was on the surface. And there's no question in my mind that when we go and take on the next two cardinal virtues, that it'll be a similar circumstance. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world! Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for another edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog here on Final Fantasy XIV's Exodus server. So yeah, you might notice that I'm looking a little different. That's because I forgot at the end of last night's stream to go and get the new outfits from down in the Tempest. So I went ahead and did exactly that, and this is what it looks like. And I do have to say, I have noticed that a lot of the outfits for White Mage are very similar in design. Because you notice the red combined with the white and positioned the way it is, and the little accompaniments that are added to it as well. If there's anything that I do really like about this White Mage look, it's the pattern on the breasts with the I guess you could, I don't know what you would really call that. I don't know if you could call that a brooch. It certainly looks very beautiful, the one with the ruby center on it, but it is very nice. I think it is one of my more favorite White Mage glamours that I've seen, because, like I said, we've seen so many very similarly looking White Mage looks, so this little addition on the breast I think was a very nice touch, and I'm glad to see it on here. And as for the staff, yeah, it even blooms a little flower when you draw it out. Yeah, it's very, very cute that they do this with this particular staff. And it even flashes the way it does, so it's quite an interesting look for a White Mage, especially when you're playing the role of Warrior of Darkness as you would be in Shadowbringers. So, as far as what's been going on with the FC, we have been continuing to grow, and as it stands right now, we did have a couple people delete their characters recently, so we did drop down to 68. However, that was from a high of 71. So we are still growing, or we have not had any net loss this past week. We did gain and get up to this point. So we added Lalina Lockley, who is currently on with me right now, as well as Grey Sequoia, Lunicity Moon, we got Cecilia Scarlet down here, and her friend Pulsar Hatake, as well as Iris Faye, and also Mew and AZ brought in a friend of theirs, Lizzo Selch, who is Mew and AZ actually their mains are on a different server, so they brought in their friends Lizzo, and Mew herself created an alt in Cereza. So we also got some Ysera and Kat. So as it stands right now, we continue to keep growing, and it continues to be a very prosperous time for our free company, that we're continuing to bring in new members, and everyone is just having a really wonderful time playing the game with each other, and it's definitely one of my favorite times to have been playing this game as far as being a free company leader, given that 4 years ago, like, I planned to build a modest FC. I wasn't planning on going for a big, huge one, because we had seen from past experience some of the biggest free companies on Exodus were really big and they were very prosperous and successful, only just see them completely collapse. Perhaps no more notable than the Fairy Tail Free Company, which, named after the anime, was the most successful free company on Exodus and in all of Final Fantasy XIV, and then they just collapsed and disappeared. And a couple of people did try and rebuild it, but were never successful, and it ultimately fizzled out for them. So knowing that we have been able to build up as much as we have, like, it's an interesting situation. It's like, how many people do we want to bring into the FC? When is too much too much? When could we possibly have something happen to us like what happened to us with Fairy Tail? Obviously, we would never want to see that happen, and given the people that we brought into the free company over the course of the past month, it's been really amazing. Everyone has just been extraordinary and wonderful, and each of them really enjoys being here, and we want to continue to make it that way. We want to continue to be a free company that people enjoy coming to, given the fact that, keep in mind that a month ago we were at 38, and we have gained a net of 30 new free company members. So that in itself is extraordinary for a free company like ourselves, who the highest we'd ever been prior to this growth spur we've had was about 50 members. So the fact that we're at 68 now and peaked at 71 not that long ago, earlier this week, we really are going in the right direction. We have the right people. The people here love playing with us, and we want to keep it going that way. So let's continue to make it happen and be a free company that everyone enjoys. And also, I know that last week, of course, we mentioned that we celebrated my birthday here in-game, and last night we got the message that Cicely here is celebrating her birthday. So happy birthday, Cicely, and we hope that you have a good time with your family, and we'll make sure to set you up with something really awesome as well. So that's going to do it for this edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog. As always, if you have a character here on Exodus or looking to create one on Exodus and you're interested in joining our free company, we'd be more than happy to have you with us. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navarro Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.